our founding values for the business. Do you want to kick us off?
Yeah. So number one, independence is really important to us. It's not very helpful, if you need an apple as a client and you're only being sold oranges. So yeah, that is probably our core value.
That's the apple core. I prefer apples anyway. So our second main value is being holistic. We meet lots of people who work with multiple professionals. They've got an accountant doing their taxes. They've got a pension advisor looking on that side of things. And that can leave a lot of conflicts, gaps, overlaps. So what we really believe in is we don't just do one thing. We do your investments, tax, pension, protection. We look at the whole picture when we're assessing a case, because that's the only way you can make sure that everything is working coherently and as effectively as possible. Value free.
Yeah, number three is expertise. There's a crazy statistic which most people aren't aware of, and that is to become a financial planner, and there's 3 different routes to become a financial planner in the UK. Only 3 routes, because you have to be FCA authorised, and all 3 of them only require a maximum of 75 hours investment study before you can start advising on someone's life savings. For me, I think that is frankly crazy. So, big motivation for why I took the CFA was actually for selfish reasons, was to become a better investor. But now I just see how important that is in my job, to be able to recommend, serious investments and no nonsense stuff, and not be fooled by, all kinds of things. So, we've made that absolutely critical to our business to make sure that the investment proposition is robust.
No nonsense is a good way to put it. All right then, the fourth value is outstanding value. This one's really important. I think a lot of people are misled into thinking that financial advice needs to be expensive, that higher fees mean a better service, but definitely not. Life itself is expensive, and financial advice doesn't have to be. We're able to offer a first-class service still at outstanding value, because we only spend on the things that actually matter to client outcomes. You can see we're filming in our house. We don't have a big fancy office. We don't have super expensive overheads. We just invest purely and fully in what we think is going to help our clients to achieve the best results they could be.
Yeah, definitely. And then lastly, number 5 is long-lasting relationships. It's really important, I think, that when you seek financial advice, that you come from a long-term mindset, because frankly, transactional advice doesn't even work. We can set up the most perfect plan in the world, and then something changes. With your life, you have a child, you retire, so everything will change in a plan completely on a personal circumstances change like that. But legislation changes every single year, so small adjustments to portfolios would have to happen. Massive legislation changes occasionally occur. But also, every year we have one more year of market performance behind us. So the previously unknowns have become known, as I like to say. One more year of inflation data, one more year of just investment performance might change the optimal asset allocation of portfolio. And all of these things matter. There's been lots of studies on sort of the value of financial advice. It's really hard to put a number on it because it's incredibly hard to measure. But they come in as the sort of best estimate of about 3% additional beyond investment performance, not even taking into account the differences we can add there onto a portfolio. Onto someone's total wealth per year. And being, mid-30s, mid-20s, we've got a long career ahead of us, and that means we're going to take clients through that journey. I think you had a statistic about the average
age of a financial advisor in the UK is 58. So if you're needing a long-term relationship with someone and you don't want to have to retell your finances to someone new and entrust someone new with your life savings in a few years' time, it's something to think about who you choose to be your advisor.
Because it's a commitment. It is a commitment to work with financial advisors up front. You have to give us a lot of information. And it takes a good few hours to really get to know just your finances side, and that's without going into the really personal stuff, which often drives a plan too. So it is good to know, I think, when you choose a financial planner, that they're there for the long haul. And also, even if they're young, that they're going to work for the same firm. And unfortunately, with lots of big practices hire young people. I was one of them, my previous job. But they sort of rinse you dry in that sort of firm, and then they move on very quickly. So I think, you are in the best place as a client to choose a company.
I think that's why it was important for us to be both the business owners and the advisors, because we have a personal motivation to stay in the firm for the long term, as well as for our clients. We're not going anywhere. Fab. I think that wraps up 5 core values.
Yeah.